Okie dokie, today is Friday, and on Fridays I always have to survey the areas that we control. When you play on official servers, you don't go over your territory often enough. Your structures will decay, your dinos will disappear, and you will be slowly wiped off the ARK map. You must log in and survey your areas that you wish to control on a consistent basis. I'm not going to get into how often you got to do that, but I would suggest at least once a week and do everything at once so that you get it out of the way. And let's go and join here. This is the server list of all the servers we are on, or that we have an outpost. We don't have a major presence on there. Some bases are more important than others. Others are just a means to an end. I'm going to start on the top one. It's highlighted Extinction 730, and that's because that's where my character is at. I usually have my character uploaded so I can go to any one of these servers, because sometimes these are down. Can be down, and if your character is on a server that's down, well, then your character is stuck there until it comes back up. So we will join that right now, and I will give kind of like a tour of the base in a way. It'll be a quick one because I want to get through this. It takes a little bit of time to go through to cover all the area that I need to. Not too long, but Extinction server is our main base for breeding. I'd almost sit there and say that it's actually the central part of everything now, because I mostly have been slowly breeding the stuff that I want to. I'll get the base to log in here, because ARK structures, depending on their size, will take some time to load in. If you ever play ARK and start wandering around on a fast mount in a heavy populated area, you will run smack into the wall onto the side of a base, or may even accidentally glitch through it. Alright, this is the main breeding area. This was the initial size of the base, and it has been expanded. Has plenty of troughs to be able to feed whatever you plan on raising up. 3 cryo fridges. Yeah, our cryo fridges all in here. Not all of these are full, but most of them are. We also have some over here. This is all powered by a single tech generator buried in here. And while we're at it, we'll check to see how much elements in. Oh yeah, we definitely need elements in this tech generator. So let's go get that. I'm gonna have to start doing some runs because we're low on elements on this server. All that's not the major issue for running tech generator. So we'll withdraw one stack and put it in there for now. This powers majority of the base. Pretty much all the fridges here. These fridges are full with tech stego eggs for right now due to my tech stego breeding. We'll show you that in a minute. This is our giant dino breeding area. Got some in here which I plan to try to get colors for, not necessarily stats. These are some Fjorder X Uteranuses that I tamed over there. These are some R Gigas that we got from over there. Now that transfers are open, I transferred them over here, and I will gonna try to get this color. I really like it, and we'll try to get this color going. And then maybe over a year or two, might get a super dino out of it that'll have that color. Side areas over here are also can be used for breeding. Right now I got bats going. Hasn't been fully set up yet because I got to get the bats up onto the top. I got to put these guys up there, and then I will start stat breeding them. And we get little lag spikes every once in a while. That's always unofficial. Might be a server save. Seems to be. Really hope the server don't go down. That would suck. Nope. Looks like it updated. There you go. This is our second floor. More troughs, more breeding area. All our supplies and stations are here. Go up to the next floor. This is our garden. Right now that dino is holding pellets from snow owls. Teleporter takes us over to the forest area right now. That's all it does. This is where I am currently breeding the tech stego line that I'm doing. I mean, I could probably trade for one, but I actually want to try to do it myself and see how far I get before I go insane, because it's just taken quite a long time. Right now I'm up to 54 points in melee. Not much on other stats. I mean, there's other stats are decent. I gotta get some water, otherwise we're gonna hear my guy grunting all the time. Other stats. Here he is, 54 melee on the melee. The other stats are pretty decent. I haven't weeded out the stats I don't want yet. I may do that some other time, but whatever. I didn't do it, and now I got all these stegos, so I'm just going to continue with what I'm doing. I still got to set all these guys up too, because I still got space up there, and I might actually build another one right here of these, so that I can have even more stegos, because one of the things they tell you in breeding is how to breed stats and how to do the mutations and all that stuff, but they don't tell you basically at what scale are you needing to mate the dinos, meaning you need to have hundreds, possibly hundreds of females to have mutations on a regular basis. Otherwise, well, if you just have 5 or 6 and you're going to go through there and you're unofficial, you're going to take freaking forever to get a mutation that you want. So the more females, the better. That's pretty much the rundown of this base. We do have another side here for extensions, but it's not being used right now. Just collecting snow owl pellets. That's pretty much it. There was some stuff set up over here, but I took it down because it wasn't working. Got our resident Gigas chilling outside here in his little pen. And that pretty much sums it up. Before we leave here, I am going to teleport to our forest area to refresh that so that don't decay. Also check to see how much elements is in that other generator. I also forgot to go upstairs. I also forgot to check the generator upstairs because due to the expansions, the one generator does not reach back here for troughs, so I created another one. It's at 38. That should be good for quite a while. Now we'll make a quick run over to forest area on the teleporter pad. There it is. I don't have it public because somebody decided to drop a text skiff on our pad and let it sit there, so I shipped it off somewhere else and then privatized our teleporter. There's no real reason I need to have it public. I don't go anywhere else but here. This one's got 29 elements, good. This is the only area that we got over here, so that's fine. This is also the area of the Forest Titan. He spawns somewhere over there. And that's all we do. So this is refreshed, all looking good. Time to go back. And now all of that is done. I'm going to check on this guy to make sure he is fed, because sometimes his trough is probably empty now. Where is it? Trough is right here. Yep, it's empty. I will fill that up later. Right now, I don't need to. So the next server we are going to go to is our little outpost on the island, which we are pretty much just using to be able to possibly do the bosses there, and then move on to try to get the ascension done. It's just a small outpost. It's not as big as this base. It'll be a quick run through. Main thing is to make sure that the generator is running over there, has enough gas. Because I do believe we have dinos stored over there and in cryo fridge, and if you don't refill the generator, cryo fridge will run out of power. And basically all your dinos will, and if cryopods run out of power, your dinos will die. So for the looks of it, we have 5 on the generator. Should be sufficient. We do have some dinos here, not a lot. Most of all that's right here is just in this little area. Tribute stuff, miscellaneous stuff. Stations with a little bit of supplies. I recently built a teleporter over here. The base is now being powered on elements, so the generator actually should not be even be on. Oh, it's off. This base is being powered by the element. And I also installed a transmitter because I took the text writer that was here and moved it somewhere else. So we will turn on the transmitter, and there's no, this is a public, whoa crap. I guess we're gonna have to deal with this guy. Should have a gun in here, or maybe not. Seems we have very little supplies here. Yeah. I have to use a dino to take care of. Need to get some weapons over here. Where are you, little prick? Yeah, I don't trust you either. Alright. That's that. We'll need the items that we collected from killing. This is a very small outpost just designed to come here, do the bosses, bring the dinos over, then once they're done, take them back so they can be used elsewhere. It's kind of a pain to keep maintaining dinos everywhere because then it's a lot easier to have them in one spot and just ship them over when we need them. So the next server we'll travel to is... I think we will go to the two easy ones that are really small. The Gen 2 servers. One of them is 1013. Plan on moving off of this server as soon as they use up all the element that's on it. I don't do pretty much anything on this server. It was at one time very stable, and then it went to crap and was down almost all the time. I was basically trying to use this server in lieu of our other Gen 2 server, which was having troubles with constantly being down. And this one showed promise, but it seemed like the minute I came on it, it went to crap. I built a little outpost and basically like, hey, I can do this, and then brought the striders here, and then, well, now it's just open because I never bothered building it. I just make sure it's refreshed. This is the entirety of it. There's no cover, just a ramp going down and some pillars to secure this area. Just log it in, I get everything in view that is refreshed. I have 18,500 element shards, but that's... I'm gonna burn off not too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Might be able to burn this stuff off. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. To burn this stuff off, destroy, transfer all the rest of the supplies over to extinction, and then we can retire this server. And I won't have to come here anymore. So now that that is done, we will go to the main Gen 2 server that we actually did build significantly on. That's my spacesuit. Doesn't matter. I will get another one when I get over there. This one we actually farm the space zone in between the zones. So I quickly spawn at the text rider so that I can refresh it. I usually do check to see what is out in space, but I am not going to do that now because all I'm doing is trying to get everything refreshed so that it doesn't decay. Now that we're here, we will fast travel to the main base. Here's the main base. It'll take some time for it to come in. We have no dinos out in this base because right now it is not... It's not really, it's active, but then it's not active. I only come here to maybe farm for materials or build anything tech-wise because we have most of our elements is on this server. That's fine. That's what's powering everything over here. You can see this is what we got. We got like almost 13,000 element, and that's not even counting what's already in the tech replicator. There's also 500,000 shards here, so that's how much is that's another 5,700 elements. So fairly large base. We can do some breeding here. Might just do that if I find something else to breed. I move the teleporter outside, and it is powered, so we can go wherever. I might explore that sometime, but other than that, pretty much the base in a nutshell. Now, and I will apologize for this now, we are going to head to the Gen 1 server. The problem with the Gen 1 server is it likes to do the intro with HLNA every time I fast travel, and I gotta go to 3 places. Oh, nobody's on there. That's my space suit, or my tech suit skin that you get for Gen 2. You always get one when you come back, so it doesn't matter if you're wearing one when you leave. I'm at a Gen 1 server, and the first place we go to is our platforms in the ocean biome. Started building them, put 2 together, covered 1 up. Flat with ceilings.
Hello, I'm HLNA, a fractal personality designed to be your guide. Just listen to me and you won't get yourself killed.
I'd love to know how to prevent that from playing every single time I come here. And not necessarily every time I come to the server. Try to get this to load in here. Come on. There you go. Just got these 2 ocean platforms that have not been built on. Just this and a bed. Just maybe for some future expansion that I'm not sure of yet. Otherwise, just holding this area is nothing more. Now we will travel to the Elements Cave. Excuse me. I'm going to listen to HLNA again.
Hello, I'm HLNA, a fractal personality designed to be your guide. Just listen to me and you won't get yourself killed. Probably. I knew this too.
There's the Element Cave. The only thing we got in here is a Strider. That is connected to... This is connected so that when we log in, we can come in here, farm out these rocks, get tons of element shards. So, refresh that. Off to the main base. I call these bases, but technically they're really just outposts. I'd say Extinction. There's 3 areas where Extinction and Gen 2 are actually bases because of how large they are.
Just listen to me and you won't get yourself killed. Probably. I knew this too.
I mean, if you look at this, I mean, it's got these for supplies. You can come here, bring dinos, and make tech items. I can make tech items here. I've been farming shards. You got plenty of element in the generator. The replicator, my bad. This generator is off because got some dinos and cryopods that need to be powered because I built a teleporter. Check the generator, make sure there's enough. 44, that should be sufficient until I come back. All that's here is this. This is not really much for being able to breed. I do have this area pretty big, so I could build a large base here. I just don't have the need for it. Really. I may relocate this this transmitter. Not the most ideal place for it. But off to the next server. We will head off to Valgoro. Bargoro is where I set up an somewhat of a base outpost, so to say, so that I was able to do the boss fights there just to unlock the engrams. Because on Bargoro you can fight the Manticore, the Dragon, and the Megapithecus all in one arena. So I did that with the Alpha and unlocked all that stuff. And then you can run over to the island and do the spider and you're good to go. The Brood Mother's here, but I don't think you get unlocks for it. I built a little haven where she's at. In the area. I think they're down there. I can't see them. That's that. Now we head towards the main outpost base. Little room. No crops hold my gear. There's power. There is no dinos here. This generator should be off. Oh no. I need it on for preserving well, not so much. Leave it on. Gonna need gas soon. Do we have any? I wonder if I should just power. How much element do we got here? We got 765 elements here. I wonder if I should just power it with the generator. Was a strider here. I replaced it with a transmitter as I built a teleporter as well. This thing is off. I don't think you'll. I have to put it at max to be able to reach over there, and I don't want to do that. So there's no dinos here. So all I'm gonna do is I carved out pillars for this entire little area here. So I'm just going to run a quick route to refresh all the pillars to make sure they're all rendered in. There's a lot of wild aggressive dinosaurs that spawn in this spot, so there's always a chance I could be killed. I have no dinos to take care of things. Here comes a frickin' raptor. I'm gonna get out of here now. Yeah. How the hell do you get stuck inside of? Especially that. They are so annoying. You little prick. Alright. That should have gotten rid of him. Not got rid of him, but ditched him. Everything's refreshed over here. There's nothing else other than this area. Now we are off to... We shall go to... Let's go to Aberration. The source of all our metal. I mean, we can get metal on all these other servers, and some of them would be quite good to get it from, but our little base on Aberration has a lot. Well, by what we built. Others have plenty. First, I am going to make a drop-off at the teleporter I built near the Elemental Lake. It's a quick transport down to this area. A lot of this is pillared off quite heavily, and I managed to get this up here with a ramp leading down, so I have a quick place to come here. It's not powered. I have elements here to put it in, and a bed to transport if I want to turn it on. And now we will go to the main base, where we have our setup. Just a small little outpost, a couple benches, dedicated storage, boxes to be able to feed these with feed into the forges. Only running 5 forges. For our purposes, that's all we need. There are bases down here that people are running like 10, 12. I mean, if you really want that much metal, yeah, then you gotta do a lot of farming, but and it would take about 10 to 12 industrial forges to farm out all this, because as you can see, this one may not be full, but that one's full, that one's half full. This one is full, and so is that one, and we still got like, you know, almost a full thing of actual ingots that have not been transported to another server. So we're gonna grab the glow tail so I don't have nameless spawning all over the place, and we have our farming strider. And we have our little protector for him. I had plants up, but they haven't supplied them with fertilizer. Built the teleporter, not powered. And what we've done is we've pillared off this area to prevent other people from building, because there are rocks and metal nodes all around here, and you want to have an area that basically you can travel with the strider and like take out these rocks, and they will grant you tons of metal. There are metal nodes, but most of it is from the rocks. Pillared off this like entire area, so I have to walk it every time I come here. Any rocks with blue in it will give you metal. So there's, you can see, these will give plenty of metal. This is the metal area aberration. This base was recently built. It cut off a lot of the metal farm that we had, so I'm making sure that I don't let them take up any more territory. I have pillars here. I have my little Barkinos trap. This was an actual base with a teleporter. I think he's planning to move out. I got the area pillared around him so that no one can try to take this spot. And once this, I guess once this fully decays, it'll be destroyed, and I will pillar in the middle here, and then all this area next to whatever they're trying to expand here, I don't want them to, so I'm going to keep these guys at bay because they're trying to expand here. See, our neighbors are still going up. They're still up. You know, this guy's got like a shit ton of forges. Now, I got all this pillared out. No one can build over here. I mean, it sounds kind of like, well, why are you pilling there? Let other people build. It's like, well, if you do, well then basically if everybody builds over here, then basically this whole area that has all this metal would be pretty much useless. Might as well just farm on the other maps. So that's why you gotta You got to aggressively control the area around you. If you don't want people building in an area, pillar it. Does that mean you have to police it? Yup. And that's what I'm doing right now. You basically say policing the area that you built. Alright, so let's get some of the meat for the... I don't have a prop here. There are some dinos. I gotta check the generator. I did lose a bunch of dinos because I did not check the generator. One's at 3. We need to fill this up. Alright, so we have to... bring a load of... I don't have the oil to make gas here. There we go. Build up the generator. Good to go. So I will place the bill tail back inside for the next time I come. Feed him. Oh, he's still got food. Feed him so that he doesn't starve. And then we are off to another server. We are going to head to Bajorder. Oh, that server. Bajorder. Jord. Is it down? Nope, it's not down. This probably was saving. Now we're at Bajorder. We need to check a few things. First, check our teleporter that I built over by the Aberration Cave. So I would have easy access back and forth from there. It is actually powered. 31 element, that should be sufficient for now. So let's travel. I need to build a box around this and etc. Haven't gotten around to it. This is our tech strider in the Aberration Cave. Same deal as the area, and people have actually come in here and expanded. So this is going to get crowded because inside this cave are these rocks, and you can use a strider. And you can get element shards from them. Now the catch is the thing about this is not a very large cave. There's not a lot of rocks to get shards from, although it's still worth it because if you're not doing the bosses here, this is the only other way. There's element shards, and you do need to have a dino protecting your strider, because if you're somewhere else on the map, there are ravagers and all kinds of nasties that can spawn in here. As you can see, people have been farming them. I wonder if they're trying to think that other people's robbers are going to protect theirs. I don't know. But we will go to the main base on Pajorder. But first we are going to go to, this is the little outpost near the obelisk. Transfers just recently opened up here, so this was the only way to get off the map. Unless we had a transmitter, which we didn't have the stuff to build then. Right, there we go. Oh, it's so dark here. Raise the gamma. There we go. Yeah, there's the obelisk. Or giant rock in the sky. It was our quick way to get off the server. Just come here, leave. I'm going to check out this area over here because this is where I secured a platform in one of the other realms called Asgard. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I need to refresh the pillars around it. To make sure that someone doesn't come along and, well, yeah, I'm gonna get attacked by a bunch of freaking, yeah, them guys are gonna come after me eventually. But hopefully I can get all these pillars up, get them refreshed. I would actually be able to build an absolute enormous base on this. I mean, maybe this will be the area for once I get the colors on the R Giga. Maybe I will build a giant breeding spot for that here. Breeding gigas takes a long time, so yeah. I would need an absolute enormous breeding area for that. So maybe that's what I'll build here. In the meantime, it's not being used for anything. Bad. Go to the main base. Main storage. The shards we got. I think we got enough elements for now. Yeah, we got plenty. This is our base on Pajorder. Just got the bat out right now. Built the teleporter. That'll take us over to the tech cave. I mean the aberration cave. Tech cave. Ugh. Element on here is low, but I mean, all it's powering is these troughs. It'll last a while. Go outside. Oh, let me get food because I'm gonna die. Yeah, I will eat the sour root. I have no meat here. Do have plenty of dinos. Do need to check the generator. We'll see that. Ooh, kind of low. That is really low. We need to get that up. And we should be able to do that quite easily. Let me check here to make sure there isn't. Alright, so we get some oil. Oil. I secured plenty of oil. Fire this bad boy up. This is another place. We have a pretty large platform here. I'm going to run over to this other side because I do believe that's outside of render range. There's usually a couple Deinonychus over here that'll fuck me up, but they're not here today. Our pillars are good. I got a lot of pillars here because there are pillars down below. They may not be there anymore. I got to check that. That prevents us from building past this area. I'd like to get pillars out to the edges and we should be good, but this area right here is technically not ours. But someone's got pillars elsewhere. And that does not look good. We have a Allosaurus roaming around our base. I am out here naked. Well, let's see if I can sneak back in over here. I mean, the base is pretty much just a big box. This little, like, porch-like area. Come up to the roof here. Put the transmitter up here. There's our garden on the far side. I don't think I can jump up there. Nope. That is the limit of our territory. Possible expansion in the future. You always want to have the possibility of expanding. You don't ever want to be stuck in like this tiny little area and not be able to move. We will get the gas into the generator. Make sure all the dinos here survive, because there are a lot of them. And a lot of cryopods. Gotta sort all that out. Since transferred open up what we're going to keep and what we're not. Because a lot of the dinos are not needed. I did get rid of a lot of the dinos that are definitely not needed, but still kept a lot of the older ones, because I just do sometimes keep the older ones. So, off to the transmitter and to the next area. Next area will be Crystal Isle. I would say Crystal Isles is another major map. Not for boss fights, but it seems to be like a really good farming map. I still haven't tested the other areas, but if I come up to this spot up here into the snow, built up a teleporter, because up in this area you can farm crystals for element shards, and there was a public teleporter here before, but then they made it private, and so I said, fine, I'll just build my own. I mean, that's what you pretty much got to do. You need to build your own stuff. Don't depend on anybody else's stuff, because they may stop playing, their stuff will decay, or they may turn it private, or they basically just don't want to keep it powered all the time. Like, this one's not, it's not powered. If I want to power it, I have to come here, grab the element shards that are in here and throw it in the generator and turn it on, and then I'll have to make sure that I have a way to have elements in there to be able to repower it if it ever goes offline. For right now I don't need it on, so I'm leaving it off. Saves on the element. Gonna check this little spot right here just for briefly, because I did have a little, there's like little vents where you can get a lot of congealed gas balls, and I put up my box It's right out here in the water, out here in the water where you can put down the gas collectors, and then I would put them in the box, check them every once in a while. They kept decaying, which was annoying, so I just stopped doing it. Right now we are going to the main water base, and I say it as the main water base, but it's not the only one, but it is the largest. So we do this. I am going to grab scuba gear and one of the dolphins. I think it's, or is it? And I will check the generator. If that sticks, that's good enough. This is the largest water pen. Possibly breed water dinos, which I am not doing at the moment. I'll mainly focus on the tech stegos, but I don't know, maybe I'll get going on this. I haven't had a reason to breed water dinos, so I haven't done it. Working on possibly capturing some. I built a trap. I don't want that to decay either, so we gotta go visit it. Just a quick rundown to take a peek at the trap. Not necessarily. Oh, I saw a Tuso. Alpha Tuso. It's even worse. Oh. You know what would really help? If you put your scuba gear on. We got our trap should be down here. I don't want to get too close to those. There it is. Oh, there we go. We can see it. It's all refreshed. Get all out of here because there's a lot of freaking eels. And I already lost a dolphin to a bunch of eels. Going to head back. It's kind of scary that there's an Alpha Tuso there. I don't really have anything to deal with an Alpha Tuso. Well, I mean, I think we do, but I'm not entirely sure. Should be over here. The entirety of the water pen come in. I don't have a gate on it. Probably should build one. Then I could get in and out of it easier. Take this off. And put the dolphin back in the proper spot this time. There we go. We do have some Tusos. I tamed some, but they're not good ones. Gas is good. That's the little outpost I built prior to this. There's really nothing in here. Campfires. Just taking up space, but that's what you do in ARK. You gotta take up space, and whatever space is yours, you need to think. This is supposed to be a very large. I was going to make this a big ass veggie cake production. I still might do that. It's all set up. I even got the cookers for it. Right now it's, and the fridges. Right now it's not doing anything. But I might do that. Got a mass supply of veggie cakes, then I could probably do the whole gotcha snail thing again, so I can get massive amounts of cementing paste, because there's one resource I get a little low on. We have no transmitter over here. There was a strider, took it away. So I gotta use the bed and travel to the main base. This is the main base for Crystal Isles. Not really a breeding base. I pulled a couple striders over here because I'm going to, I think there's a spot here where I can get tons of oil, and there's something else I wanted to farm here. I don't remember. I brought the other one here anyway too to do. Yeah, there's another Sonoma crops to hold on to my gear. I come over here, just gear it up. This guy was doing polymer. That's what I can get a lot of here, so I do the polymer here. Going to feed him. No food here. Going to feed him. And the next time I come back, I will put him in a cryopod because he does not need to be out. Once again, check the generator. Generator is low. Got 3. The only question is, we have what we need. Oil. Not much on the hide. I think we kind of, oh, we do got gas here. We don't need to make more gas. Yeah, come on, demand. So, that one is back up to acceptable levels. There is a teleporter here. Oh, there is a transmitter here. Oh, the transmitter here. I put this here because I needed to bring in the striders, and that would have been the only way to get them here, other than running them from the obelisk, which is over there. So yeah, there's a transmitter here, and a teleporter, not powered. Getting elements on this server, even though I can farm those crystals, is not that easy. But the power teleporters is easy. I can put teleporters everywhere, keep them supplied. They, as long as you have the generator right next to the teleporter, like in this fashion. I mean not here, but like right on this spot. You can have the generator on the lowest radius, and you won't use that much element. And you can easily take Gen 2, transfer it into dust, and then cart it over here. Or, yeah, just take Gen 2 element that you get tons of, or even Gen 1 element that you get tons of, take it to a terminal, turn it into dust. You lose 80%. It's like 80-20 ratio, which means 1 elements will get you like 200 dust. So you need 5. You need at least, you need 5 elements to make 5 elements to make 1 element, to make 1,000 dust, which will get you 1 element. So it's 5 to 1. 5 element for 1 element, which is not too bad considering how much you can get. So we're going to use the strider rather than the transmitter, and we will head to, let's see, where have I not been? I need my list. Page 4, we've been to the island. into both Gen servers, Vogoro, Order, Gen 1, Aberration. We have not been to Lost Island, and that, I believe, is the final destination. And I believe it is the last one that we have. Lost Island is actually where we started unofficial. It was a new map. We decided to... We always played unofficial, but this time we decided to go official. So we stuck it out, traded and tamed up things. And I'm just going to go through the rundown. This is one of our outposts, which really isn't being used, but if you have the space and you're willing to take the time to patrol it, you might as well keep it. All that's here is this box, a couple of one-star things. This is where it is. Ah! I hate raptors. There we go. Trying to close the door. Well, that was unfortunate. I don't want the raptor coming inside there. Right. Got the door closed, so off to this area, which is near. This was same as the Order. New map, could not do transfers, so you need a little outpost to get off the server. This was close to the green obelisk, which is right here, and we decided to take up some area over here. There was another house over here which left. I decided to take over that space too, and if we decide to build something up here, we can. We don't have to. I got it pillared, but if we want to expand, which is always the thing, if you want to expand, you have the space to expand. Right now, all we need is this little hut. Now we're off to the main base, which consists of a major land monument and 2 ocean platforms. This should look familiar. This looks just like the Gen 2 base. It's an exact match, except I did not build all of it. Got the design from a YouTube video. I do not remember be able to give credit. But I built the main... I just built one of the main areas, and then I just ended it because I didn't... It would have been really big, as it is on the other Gen 2 server. Some upgrades with some dedicated storage, but other than that, this is basically original, all stone. Platform. Upgraded to metal at one point. This... Oh! Oh well. There's no way to get back up there. Because at one point my ladder's decayed. This was built I added a water pen, even though I don't know if we ever will plan to have water dinos in here, but it was fun to build it, and that's all that matters. Main garden was up here. Is no longer operational. And probably get down to the water pen. We built a open concept base. All the stations are easily accessible. Because one thing about ARK is if you build like a really tight area, I mean, you need to get dinos to the places because you're going to be hauling lots of heavy stuff, materials. So you need to get the dinos through there. So this big open spot means that we can fly in Argents, carry stuff right up to these things, pick stuff up, carry it to another location. Really easy. This was the breeding platform. It was completely closed off. I destroyed the enclosure and just created this little area. I just closed this off in the middle so people stay there. Another Sonoma crop holding nothing. Why are you not? You need food. I know there's plenty of Titan over here. I believe. Somewhere. Where does it all hide? Well, there is tons of chitin on this map. I know there is. Nope, not that one. Nope. Somewhere there's plenty of chitin. I just don't know. Oh, there it is. Give it a couple stacks, and you should be good. Now I have the beach all pillared around, all around this. Kind of like securing our hold on this little cove all the way around. There's our neighbors. Not sure if they're active, but do have the ability. That's not powered. But need to check the generator because there's lots of dinos here. We got 1, 2, 3. We need to fill this one up too. Of course, we're gonna feed you. We're gonna check the industrial forge and make sure there's not. Oh, I got hide. Hopefully, we have an oil supply. The oil. No oil. No oil. No oil. That's not good. Oil. Yes, we need oil here. We do not have enough. You all. Time to make a note to come here. Bring some oil. Make some more fuel. Power the generator. I will make that note. And we will check my list here. Yes, we have been to every single server. With that, I am going to head back to Extinction Hey, we are back on Extinction, where I do most of the work. I'm going to log out here for now, and then I'm going to make myself some breakfast. I thank you for watching. This has been taken a good portion more than an hour, because I mean usually I just run through this really quick, but all the explanation and showing things made it take a little longer than normal, but I don't mind. Fortunately, this time all the servers were up. I've had times where some of the servers were down. But that concludes the grand tour of our holdings on ARK. They will possibly expand. More things will be built as time goes on. And I, once again, thank you for watching. Bye.